Welcome to today's trauma-informed yoga and movement video. Today's video is all about if you feel scared of movement, maybe you have some chronic pain, maybe you've had some injuries in the past and you're nervous to get back to a movement routine. Maybe you've experienced some trauma or you just have some anxiety or it's hard to move for you. This class is for you. We're going to explore movement in a nice, gentle way. So grab a yoga mat. If you need any pillows or blocks or bolsters, feel free to grab those and we'll get started. I invite you to start standing with me today. You can stand in any way that feels good for you. If you want to close your eyes, feel free to do that. If you want to keep them open, that's okay too. And perhaps start to notice your feet on the ground beneath you. Notice how they're supporting your body. You can focus on your breath. Focus on the inhalations, the breath moving through your nose or moving through your mouth. The exhalations of the breath moving through your nose or moving through your mouth. Knowing if at any point throughout this movement routine you feel uncomfortable, you don't feel safe, you can come back to this breath. Before we get into movement, I invite you to scan through the body and notice if there's anywhere that feels good or anywhere that feels neutral. Maybe it feels loose or there's no pain there. Know that you can come back to this area as well. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them. And just start by gently moving the body, maybe sway side to side. Maybe you twist the body side to side. Find what feels good. Moving into a side body stretch here, you can take the right hand and just gently slide it down the right leg as far as feels comfortable. Coming back up and sliding the left hand down the left leg as far as feels comfortable. And maybe you go back and forth, nice and slow. If it feels really good to hold the stretch, you can hold it there too. You can tune into the breath, tune into the areas that feel good for you. Once more. Coming up to standing, I invite you to turn to the top of your mat and gently roll your body down. If it doesn't feel good to come down in a roll, you can go right into sitting. You could bend the knees as much as you would like here. And if this feels nice for the body, maybe it feels like a good stretch, you could stay here for a second. Let the body hang, let the body relax. When you're ready, bending those knees even more, coming down to a seat. If you did grab a pillow or a block or a bolster and you'd like to sit on something, feel free. Sitting here before we move into movement, once again, just scanning, noticing, coming back to the breath if you need that second. Bending the right knee when you're ready, moving into a bit of a twist here. You could take the right hand, place it behind you, and you could stay like this. Or you could take the left hand, place it on the outside of the right knee and twist a little bit further. Maybe even looking behind you if that feels good for the neck and the body. relaxing through the face and the jaw. On an exhale, coming back to center, maybe shaking the legs out a little bit, taking that left leg, rotating to the left. You could stay like that, or you could take that right hand, gently push on the left knee and twist over. And on an exhale, once again, unwinding, coming back to center. Moving through a few more movements in sitting. I'm going to turn my body so it's a little easier for you to see, but you could stay as you are. You can sit in any way that feels good and comfortable. Moving through neck and upper back movements here, just gently doing some circles with the neck. Moving the neck side to side. If there's anywhere that feels good, you want a little juicy stretch there, you can stay there. Coming back to the breath whenever you need it, an inhale and an exhale. Maybe you take your hands and you place them on the floor in front of you and just gently round through the spine. And then on an inhale, maybe you bring the chest up slightly, gazing up. Perhaps you go back and forth a few times doing this. Or maybe you want to do some little circles with the body. This is a good chance to explore movement and see what feels nice for you. Move into those neutral parts of the body or those parts that feel good. And you feel like you've had enough time sitting, you can join me on your back. But of course, if you have a lot of fun sitting, you could keep going. And as you lie on your back here, try and sink into the mat, allowing the body to feel safe on the ground beneath you. It has you. If you want, you can bend the knees like I am and have your feet resting on the ground. You can take the right leg in the air, take those hands behind the right thigh, and gently bend and straighten the right leg. Moving through a hamstring stretch here. And as you do this, allow the face to relax, allow the upper body to relax. On your next breath, lowering that right leg down, repeating on the left side. Hands go behind the thigh and just gently bend and straighten the left leg. Knowing you can do as much movement or as little movement as feels comfortable. And on an exhale, allowing that foot to go down, knee staying bent. Maybe you gently tilt the pelvis here, bringing the belly button up towards the body, up towards the chest, and then bringing it back down. Imagining your pelvis is a bowl and we're just rocking that bowl forward and backwards. Then you can take your arms and wrap them around your chest. Give yourself a little hug here. Take a nice inhale in and exhale with a sigh. And wrapping the arms when you're ready, finding one last comfortable way to be, whether that's lying or sitting or standing. Tuning back into the breath. Those gentle inhales and exhales, keeping you alive. Maybe you scan through the body one more time and find those areas that feel good, those pockets of neutrality or of gentleness. And you can stay here as long as you like with your breath and these sensations. I hope this movement felt comfortable for you and allowed you to see that movement can be okay. It can be different, it can be small, it can be big. It can be whatever you make it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.